The first concentration camps were established in March of 1933 already, which was an announcement made in Hitler's private, shall we say, newspaper. Hitler had a paper that came out in Munich that was later on printed all over Germany, which was his biggest propaganda machine. And in there was a small notice of maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs stating that they decided to establish concentration camps where enemies of the state would be incarcerated. The extermination camps were actually used strictly for execution of both men, women, and children. And they had a completely different setup because you had about six of the extermination camps compared to maybe 12 or 15 concentration camps of different sizes. For example, in my state of Hesse, the first camp that was established in 1933 was abolished several years later when Dachau and when Buchenwald and these other big camps became available. They transferred all the prisoners there because they were far easier to handle. They were much bigger and were much easier to watch and administer. Concentration camps until the war broke out were strictly for enemies of the state in some shape or the other. Shall we say, we had priests in there, we had pastors in there, we had most of the people were political people, from communists to even center social democrats, and even the centrist Democratic Party, which was a small political party. They arrested everybody who ever made a statement against the state, against Hitler, or against the party or something else. We had cases where kids who didn't like their parents or didn't like their parents' behavior towards them, they just ratted on their parents and got the fathers arrested. They did not arrest any women. If they arrested women, they usually were released. So the character of the camps, these were in lots of cases educated people. On the other hand, these were plain union people who had grown up in their various political parties for political reasons and were used to hard labor, because that was the work that most of the prisoners had to do.